What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and beasts of legend shapes and sizes? Let's Game It Out has come back to us at long freaking last. Oh yes, the pure insanity and psychopathic destructive nature of the main man, Big Joshy Joshington. Link in the description to, of course, the main man, Big Joshy Josh. Let's just get him down and red dot, man. We haven't seen some Let's Game It Out in a hot Super Saiyan second. My body is in fact actually ready. Let's rock and roll.
Let's game it out. We're playing City Skylines 2 today. Compliments of our good buddies over at Paradox for sponsoring this one. Oh, and also the version of the game I have is an early build, so there might be some oddities, which is, you know, really excites me. But keep that in mind for some of the weird stuff we may find. First things first, we gotta pick a starting map. And I know that when we're considering these things, we should be taking all kinds of stuff into consideration. Like, what's the theme? What's the climate? What are the outside connections? What are all the natural resources? Or we could go ahead and pick River Delta, because I've decided right in this moment that would be my spy name, and that's good enough for me. And now we're gonna go ahead and name our city Sagula, the magical river town where you can cry anywhere you want. At home, in the streets, in your shower. We mean it. Cry anywhere. And now I have to wonder how much text we're allowed to put in this box. Oh wow, it's really just gonna let me keep going, isn't it? And obviously this town is North American. And I think we're ready to begin. Okay, here we are in the beautiful starting lands of Sagula. Population 0, and it's already raining. First thing we need to check is, did our name actually take? Oh yeah, it sure did, didn't it? Well, that's something I definitely like to see. Surely this isn't gonna have a single ill side effect. And on that note, let's go ahead and save our game first thing. You never know what's gonna happen in a beta build. Ah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Look at it trying to display our entire city name. Too bad it runs out of space. No problem. Can I just save it anyway? I don't think it took. So let's go ahead and delete the whole thing, and we'll just call it Sagula 1. Okay, that didn't do it either. Luckily, we can just go down to the city name and just rename it right here. So if we just rename it to Sagula and then try to save again. Ah, so that's how it's supposed to look. Look at that. It's supposed to show you your city and have a save button. That's what I was missing. Fair enough. We're just gonna call it Sagula. Wait a minute, what? The forest is already on fire, but it's raining. How did I get so lucky? Oh, I think I found it. It's all the way over here. I don't know if I'm gonna care at all about this. Okay, here we are. A nice cozy fire. That's even more cozy the closer we get. Well, now I'm torn, because we have a city to make, but we have the fortune of this perfectly good forest fire. So let's just see how this goes first. I mean, so far it's not that big. And also our actual city is like way over there somewhere, which is to say this is all for pleasure. Okay, come on, let's speed this up. We don't have all day. Let's go from this to this to this. There we go, that's much better. Fire, do your thing. Oh, and what's this? Oh my God. More friends in the distance. Yep, that's a fire, all right. Oh no, and they're gonna take out these castle ruins. How unfortunate that would be. Oh my God, and while this one is going, and that one is going, there's also that one over there. Why is everything on fire? It's like this game knows my needs before I do. Beautiful. Oh, no, look, now there's been a traffic accident. How is this possible? We don't even have a city yet. Wait, this is it? This is our accident? Shouldn't be a problem. There's a police car arriving soon. Oh, here we go. Someone's here to help.
Hey, citizen, get your keys around the road and follow me.
Whoa, whoa. Don't just cut that guy off. And the circle of life continues. Also, all things considered, I think the fire situation is going to be okay. Like, yeah, there's a lot of indicators and stuff, but it seems like for every tree that gets burned down, a bunch of them are still surviving. Unfortunately. So we'll just let that burn for now. After all, we have a town to build. You see this border around the whole thing? That's technically the limits of our town right now. At the moment, the most we have is this cute little road coming right into our town and going to nowhere. And then meanwhile, we have this other cute little road over here coming off of the main highway and then unloading people over here to more nothing. So I guess this is the most logical place to start our city, which means we're gonna start right over here. Okay, so first things first, we gotta start with some roads. After all, they are the main city infrastructure. So it seems like it makes the most sense that it connects to that thing over there. But can we connect it to anything as long as it's in city limits? Like, can we connect it to this thing over here? Hang on, let's find out. Okay, so far it looks like we can put it like right here. Oh, yep, that's a big yes. Because who doesn't want to go from a normal 65 miles an hour on this bridge and then has to suddenly change without warning to a 30-mile-an-hour zone? Oh my God. Yeah, you do it the right way, USA. Well, actually, you know what? Why only give them one chance? Let's give them two. Just one right after the other. Oh, and we can't forget the other side too. And by that I mean one of these. The most perfect way to not get into an accident.
You will die
immediately. Thank God there's crosswalks. Don't forget forget to yield. Oh, what the hey, let's add a couple of more. You can
fuck.
never have too many ways to get into a city, can you? Sometimes
Yes.
you have the street you prefer and you just want to take it. Because after all, at the end of the day, all of these roads are actually just going to lead to the same one road. Oh my god, just look at this.
Oh my
chest
God, it's
hurts just trying to
insanity.
navigate this at all. Okay, you know what though? Let's be honest. Why stop here when we could do something a little more like this? Okay, yeah, there we go. I mean, God help us all if anybody actually wants to traverse
shit.
this. And who wouldn't? Look at these beautiful
Oh my
features.
God,
Who hasn't
kill
dreamt about
everything.
their daily commute having all kinds of like stunt person stuff? And I have no idea who has the right of way for any of this. I
None.
guess it doesn't really matter.
No.
It's all going to lead to the same place, which is
Death.
this little peak right here. There might be a lot of ways to get to this point, but only one road is going to take you to
Beach
the actual
Street.
city. And it's going to be a one-lane, one-way road.
my
First, we'll put it over here, a little bit over here, and then maybe a little bit over here. I mean, yeah, we knew this was how it's
Okay,
going to
yeah,
turn out.
you know
Now,
what,
finally
yeah.
get it to our first island by connecting it all the way over here. Good, perfect. Now, you probably noticed all these squares and crap. Basically, the game is letting us know that this is where we can place like residential areas or commercial buildings or whatever. Because, you know, in stuff like a normal city, you would have your roads and your logically placed buildings and all of that stuff. Or it can turn into a colossal mess, just like we like it. Especially in the case with this, which I don't even know if we can put stuff in the water. So let's go ahead and go down to our zones here and try. If you're new to the city building stuff, green is residential, blue is commercial, yellow is industrial, pink is office zones, and then we've got stuff for like specialized industry, you know, like livestock. For now, we're
Can you
gonna
put
stick
them in
with
the water?
residential zones. In this case, we're gonna go with nice low density housing, which is like single family homes and stuff like that. Let's see, I believe we can just highlight the area we want and select it. Oh, okay, there we go. It's not underwater, unfortunately, but I guess that'll do.
Yes.
And before we go too crazy, let's take our roads and run it all the way this direction. So we have a nice plot of land that it's gonna build on, and then we'll just run this right
My
over here,
God.
which, oh dear, it doesn't seem to like this very much. You can tell by all the red highlighting, but I think I have a solution. It's called
Do it
elevating
anyway.
the road a little
Oh.
bit. Oh, slope too steep. Okay, fine, we'll do a reasonable amount so that cars aren't gonna start rolling backwards on the incline.
Wait a minute.
And it gives us more space to put more residential
I've got so many
down. Look at
questions.
that, there's already houses coming in. What lovely beachfront property this is.
They won't make it.
Beautiful one-story house for sale.
I'll take
Complete
it.
with greenhouse, satellite dish, matching trash cans, and the constant threat of fire spreading in the
no.
distance. Anyway, while all that's being developed, let's head back over here and finish this road. If you made it this far into the city, you already know what to expect by now. And if
Armageddon.
you didn't, well, here in the town of Sagula, our motto is, you'll probably get used to it. And connected back to this main road. There, everything's connected. Don't say I didn't do
Perfect.
anything nice for you. And just to sweeten the deal, we're gonna try to listen to everybody's demands. As you can see, there's a
Oh
whole list of different
my
things they could
God.
want. Low, medium, and high density residential, blah, 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 blah. And their corresponding colors. We
Yeah.
already made all these low density houses, which as you can see from the bar graph, nobody wants. But they really want medium and high density housing. So we'll sprinkle some of that around as well. Yes, progress, that's what I like to see. And goodness
And
knows once
destroy
you've
it.
got your nice single family home, this is what you want to live next door to. This level of construction.
Oh,
hey, what the
shit.
heck is this icon here? Water damage. This structure has been flooded and is being
Flooded?
damaged.
What are you,
What crying
rain?
about? You're on solid land down there. Whatever, I'm sure it's fine. You know,
Fall
it's the
over and
darndest
die.
thing. I make this nice place for people to live, and yet nobody
they
wants
don't
to move
want
in.
to
They just
go.
drive right by. Are they not impressed with our gigantic apartment skyscrapers?
God.
That's fine. I think I know how to solve this problem. Let's take a look at our city economy. Specifically, let's take a look at taxation.
Oh,
Well, now,
God.
here's
Screw
your
you,
problem.
taxation.
People don't want to pay taxes.
Exactly.
And sure, we could get pretty granular with this and really assign different taxes to different things. But I'm
Oh,
just going to go
God.
for a nice tried and true method. It's called lowering taxes not just to 0%, but to negative 10%.
Negative taxes.
I assume that means we're paying them to move in. There,
Please?
what do we think of this place now?
There you
Oh my god, it's finally happening. We
that's how
finally
it's
have
done.
someone who's willing to brave this new frontier.
Yup,
Have fun on those
and
curves.
not make it.
Oh yeah, look at that. People are finally
Oh,
moving
fuck.
in. And they're so orderly too. Look at this. They wait their turn and never mind, they don't need to do anything of the sort. You know how it
Okay.
is when you're tired of all this driving on the road stuff and you just need something a little more exciting? Of
float.
course you do. Who doesn't
Yeah!
want a flying minivan? Truly, this neighborhood is too city, too furious. Anyway, welcome to your brand new home.
That's
I
more
can't
like
wait
it.
to see where they call home. Oh, it must be right here. What, these buildings under construction? Oh, is it that place over there? Why'd you park so far away? What, are you afraid it's haunted? Oh, and just a quick reminder, this is an early
Pre-release
build.
version
I've been
of the
told
game.
this foliage is gonna look a lot better soon. On the other hand, don't you dare touch this guy's mustache. I know a
That's a
national
powerful
treasure when I
mustache.
see one. Anyway, welcome to your new home. What do you
Hell.
think? And I guess that was enough for him.
Alright.
Back to the car we go. Nope, I was wrong. He just wants to go on a nice leisurely walk. Wait, I was wrong again. He's going into that construction site, probably to take a
won't
dump.
make it.
So while they're doing that, let's check out the rest of the neighborhood. We've got all kinds of people showing off their parallel parking skills for no reason. In their matching smart cars. Yes, we're all very impressed. Oh, and that's not the only place with a bunch of activity. As you can see, this city is growing larger all the time. Oh, and I've got even better news. Do you hear that noise? Well, don't look now, but it looks like a fire has found us. Yes, that's what I like to see. Hope you like living next to nature. Anyway, now that our town is coming together.
Firefighter, there we go.
Wait a minute, are people complaining about my town on social media? We could really use better water delivery in this city. The sewers in this city could really use an upgrade. Water and sewers? What? Oh, I guess that explains all these icons. I forgot that we have to do stuff like sewer and electricity and water sources at all. What are you complaining about? There's a river right there. It doesn't feel safe going out at night with all the hashtag crime outside. Yeah, don't look now. This place totally looks super unsafe. I would never trust a neighborhood with this many smart cars. Here's how I feel about you and your crying. We're gonna change the name of this street. We're gonna change it from Willow Street to Crybaby Alley. Yeah, now we've done it. And now all of the addresses here have changed too. How would you like to live at 750 Crybaby Alley? So I guess the first thing we're gonna start with is electricity. We could go with something like wind, or we could go with this coal power plants, more electricity production, in addition to medium ground air and noise pollution. Low cost, but generates lots of pollution. That's certainly what I like to hear. We're gonna put it right on top of this area here, because as we can see, it's kind of glowing blue, which means there's groundwater deposits there. I hope they like being polluted. Thank you, electricity department, for tweeting that we have hashtag power. I mean, in theory, nobody has power yet because nothing's hooked up. Okay, first things first. This little road icon means that we need a road to this, or else people can't go to work. So we're gonna provide people with the best way I know how to get there. A gravel road. A narrow and slow speed, unpaved road for vehicles. Perfect. In fact, while we're at it, let's use the replace option. Make it just a little harder for this ambulance to navigate. Oh, nice correction. And then right into a power slide. Wait, I can't replace this bridge too, can I? Well, that's not a gravel road, but it was still fun to see what happens. Wait, can I just put an intersection right here on the bridge and just aim it to where it needs to be? The answer appears to be yes. Oh, I'm sorry, am I not close enough? Fine, here, have a little offshoot. There we go. It's perfect. It even has its own street name. And lastly, it's time to connect some power. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and run this like that. And I guess I could do something easy like connect it right here, which will send power straight through the street. And then I believe in theory means it'll power all these houses. So why do that when I can just run these things all over the place? Like, as long as people are getting power, does anybody really mind? Okay, that's probably pretty good, right? Just a nice spattering of power cables all over our fair city. Now let's move on to water and sewage. Look at this, we have two kinds of pipes. We got water pipes and we got sewage pipes. You could move together, but that sounds way too convenient. So for all these water pipes to actually get water, we gotta use something like a water pumping station. Extracts water from a lake or river. And that's exciting because that means we're gonna pull all of our water from this river. And as you can see by all of these arrows here, that's the direction the water is flowing, which doesn't seem like it matters now, but it will. So we're gonna put one right here, right next to the thing that's polluting the groundwater. And all we need to do is connect this pipe and drag it all the way over here to an existing pipe, and we'll break this gravel road off to another gravel road so people can get there too. Bless you for all having separate names. And there we go. All that water is flowing freely now. And lastly, we're gonna deal with sewage, which is gonna be handled by this sewage outlet. Pumps wastewater out into the environment. By that, I mean we take one of these things and put it along the shoreline. It's literally just a pipe that's gonna spew water right into the river. So my hope is that when that thing starts spewing sewage, it's gonna go downstream into this thing and send that as drinking water to all those unsuspecting citizens. Let's see if it works. Yep, and that's how we know we hooked it up right. But why stop with one? Let's go ahead and add as many of these as we can. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the magic. And some of these aren't spewing garbage yet, but that's probably because we don't have that many citizens. So we're gonna have to really get our population up from 22 whole people, because we need more people to crap more to pollute these rivers. As you can see though, it's already starting to have kind of an effect. By that I mean that brown spot in the otherwise clear river water. So for starters, we're gonna build all kinds of random stuff. After all, what's the point of having a giant complex looks like this if there's nobody living there. So we're gonna try and listen to all the demands they have. Wow, who would have thought that there'd be high demand for commercial, industrial, and offices? It's almost as if people want somewhere to work and not to just Blair Witch staring at their air conditioner all day long. Also, oh my god, look at this hulking child.
Man.
Don't mess with this kid, they'll mess you up. Oh, but where should we put everything? I don't know about you, but this seems like ideal farmland. I mean, it's probably not, but that's what we're gonna use it for. Okay, now we just want to establish what is viable farmland, which we're gonna drag to all the corners that we can. I don't care how much this extends into the ocean.
Water.
Make all this farmland work for you. Wonderful. One more perfect landmark in our city. It's like Godzilla's got a claw that's
there you go, there you go.
See, now this is the spirit of farming. I like to call this making the most of it. I mean, they don't seem to be bothered by the swells of the river, so why should we? And we're gonna use all this amazing space near our entrance to put all of our stuff like supermarkets, malls, hotels, movie theaters. We're just gonna shove them in here in the most inconvenient way possible. I get the sense that this is gonna be where most people from the town will be working. And because all these roads are a one-way street, I think that means to get to work, people are gonna have to drive all the way through the entire town, all the way back over to this space, all the way back to the highway, and then drive back through all of this crap just to get to their work.
You have to leave 3 hours early.
Really coming together. Look at this beautiful little city center we've made for ourselves. We've even got foot traffic, and you know this guy must be pretty diehard because there was no easy way to walk over here from the city or town, whatever we're calling this mess. And we can't forget about all this usable space over here. And we could just put offices or whatever in these spaces, but it just feels too clean. So I have an idea. First, let's bulldoze all of these existing roads, and before we add any roads of our own, let's mess around with this, the landscaping tool. Specifically this section right here, terraforming. No. Tools to shape the land.
Or die
by it. How does this work? Oh, there you go. Okay, so hold on. I've got kind of a plan here. It's not necessarily to make mountains or anything. After all, we do want to use this space for something. Can I just take the gravel road and can I just like run this right through the... Oh, it looks like you can because it's all blue. Oh, great. It made a tunnel. I didn't even know that was an option. And now we're going to continue our nice gravel road and just kind of circle it around like this. And then circle it around some more. Looking great.
Come on. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Sometime later.
Okay, I might have gone a little overboard, but if you give me windy roads, I'm gonna want to do stuff. I honestly don't even know how this is gonna work. Like, there's so many places where the roads just kind of intersect. There's also surprisingly little signage at these big intersections.
No.
I mean, thank God for letting us know there's no U-turns. And I even raised a little more terrain to add some more stuff. And while a lot of it is off the ground, there are a lot of roads that are actually still gravel, like this part right here, which means it's all space we can use for putting down different zones of stuff. Even this right here. I hope someone uses this to build their dream house. So we'll just go ahead and use this space for filling in random office buildings, and then we'll mix some housing in there, maybe some industrial. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not advised to just mix all this stuff together, but obviously we don't care. I just want to give our town a nice spattering of color. Okay, that should about do it, maybe. And now we just wait and see how construction does. Oh, and also look, we have somebody on the road. Now we can finally see how this gets handled. Okay, so it looks like you can turn on these, which makes this a lot more versatile. We'll never see him again. Which I guess is probably a good thing because it means that people can actually get to the freeway faster and then flee from this situation forever. Or apparently this guy is gonna stop, almost get hit by a car, and then go right back into town again. I get it, you just couldn't leave it behind. Well, so far so good. I'm genuinely shocked that stuff is getting built here. Thank God there's a gas station being built right next to this pharmaceutical company, all on a gravel road. Oh yeah, and that's the spirit. Look at this place. Absolutely horrific, death-defying parking spots, and also this nightmare of trying to visit any of these storefronts. Like this amazing bench. Hey, you want to go to this ATM? You better really want to. Slipping and falling might be a problem. And some of these places do look surprisingly normal. I mean, until you zoom out and realize that it's on a cliffside. And if you're an employee, remember to always use this door, because this one over here might be a problem. But thank God there's a security camera that can catch you falling to your death. I'm trying to decide if this seems like a fancy, desirable neighborhood or not. Like, on one hand, it seems nice and sleepy and safe. And you do have these luscious backyards. But then again, your view is also of this smokestack. I don't know, I guess it's kind of a mixed bag. Oh, this is definitely the smartest household, though, because they actually built a fence. Everybody else is just free to fall to their death. And this place has amazing outdoor furniture. Oh, you know what? There's something else we still need to add, and that's a fire department and a police department. And I think I know just where to put them. All the way over here. So take a look at this. Over here is our 8th wonder of the world. As you can tell by the borders, that's how much land we actually own and can build on. But if we leave leave all that behind and wander all the way out here into these little islands, you can see this other line appears. This is the actual border of how far out we can buy land and build on it. So if I click on this little icon here, it shows us all the available land that we can buy. As you can see, there's a lot of room to grow. And I want to be able to build on this whole quadrant, so I'm just going to buy all this space. I'm really glad it gives me all these stats. I mean, I'm not going to use them, but I'm glad they're there. Okay, great. Time to do some more building. Oh, and look at this. We even have the option of having a firefighting helicopter depot. Houses 5 helicopters ready to take off at a moment's notice. No thanks. We're just going to go with this firehouse. A small station that houses a few fire engines. Yes, that definitely sounds about more my speed. And oh my god, look at the police options. We've got a police station, police headquarters, a prison, and the Central Intelligence Bureau.
CIA.
You're getting one normal police station and you're gonna like it. Yes, and of course they're gonna need roads. All one-way streets, of course, which is gonna allow us to turn this into this.
Dear
now, I know what
sweet
you're thinking. We've already done a whole lot of road stuff already. This pile is a little bit different. As a reminder, over here with this thing, all these roads actually intersect, so people can make decisions to turn if they want to. But all this stuff over here, not a single one of these roads intersects with another road. That means that to traverse these one-way streets, these fire engines have to drive this entire route. And oh boy, is it gonna take them a while. But hey, you know what? We're supposed to have fire services, and now we have them. Don't worry, they'll be there soon.
No, they
help
won't.
your great-grandkids, maybe, because you're gonna be long gone. This boat going by underneath is probably like, what the hell is this? This crap wasn't on any of the charts. Oh yeah, that's what we like to see.
There it is.
All the
pollution,
coming
baby.
out of all the chutes. Slowly but surely, it's gonna change the color of that water. And that means some of the citizens are complaining about apparently dirty water coming into their homes. But what do you expect from people on Crybaby Alley? You know, now I wonder something. We've got all these big, beautiful rivers, right? And we've also got this big, beautiful terrain tool. And I use this thing to just kind of separate the water from the rest. So now we've effectively made our own little lake. And then if we just take these things and relocate them over here, will this work here as well?
Water pool. Okay.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
There it
okay,
is.
and now that most of these things are doing their thing, now can we take this little pool of water here, slim this down even further, and will this help it turn another shade of brown? Actually, while I'm staring at this, I think I have another question that needs answering. I couldn't help but notice that the water line here is a lot lower than the water line over here, which I guess makes sense. This is all coming from a river that's... You know, I kind of forgot that this would happen, but it makes sense now that I see it. I'm glad that these cars absolutely don't care either. And nor does this person, just hanging out in their yard. Nothing's gonna stop them from enjoying their music. Well, this is kind of exciting, isn't it? Especially the part where we now know that these vans can become amphibious vehicles. I mean, if you've got places to be, you've got places to be, right? The lost secrets of Atlantis wait for nobody. You know, I think I was going about this all wrong. I was trying to bring the crap water to the people, but I'm pretty sure I had that backwards. And by that, I mean, surely this counts as shoreline now, right? Like, can I just raise some terrain right behind these people's houses and then just bring the crap to them? Looks like that's a yes. Oh, sorry about your backyard. We had to do a little remodeling.
Oh my
Here,
God.
Have some free fertilizer. No, don't worry,
free
it's
shit.
No problem to us.
Lovely.
It's just one of our many ways of giving back
God.
here in Sagila. Population, your poop property. Well, I certainly like the sound of this plan. Just when you thought your neighborhood couldn't get any classier, the city introduces new features to surprise and delight.
Shit.
I love it. It's like the blob is taking over this house. Well, I guess all that's left to do now is go neighborhood by neighborhood, see if we can enhance their experience with a little bit of personal touch. I want to thank Paradox again for giving me access to an early version of the game so I can make this video, as well as for sponsoring the whole thing. So if this game sounds exciting to you and you want to know more, go check out the link in the description, and then you too can be ready for when City Skylines 2 comes out on October 24th, 2023. So I hope you had fun. I know I did. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this one.
You already know. Well, that's gonna do it for this one, ladies and gently of the gentle gents. The main man, Big Josh, aka Let's Game It Up, Down, Left, Right, Select, Start, BARB, BR. Out. The goodness, the insanity, the psychopathic insanity juice that he brings as a mayor. Mayor. Link in the description, of course, to the main man. But of course, if you enjoyed this awesome sauce juice with your boy skis, take your beast mode claws of awesomeness juice. Go ahead and slide that like a token. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, base of alleged safe love, peace, and above all, stay beast mode for the big win of all the winskies all up in the ski.